Watch any track and field event, and you will notice a profound difference in the body types of long-distance runners versus those who only sprint short distances. While long-distance runners are known for being thin and toned, sprinters present as muscular and ripped, almost looking like natural athletic bodybuilders in many cases. So what's causing this extreme difference in body composition among runners, and how can it be taken advantage of to create a more athletic and healthy body? As opposed to long-distance running and other forms of aerobic training, which use slow-twitch muscle fibers, sprinting utilizes almost exclusively fast-twitch fibers. These muscle fibers, which are also targeted in most strength training exercises, are much larger than slow-twitch fibers, especially when regularly trained. This alone will cause greater increases in muscle mass over endurance-style training, but on top of this, higher intensity, fast-twitch exercises produce more testosterone and growth hormone. This is especially true of sprinting, with increases of up to 2,000% seen in growth hormone production. In fact, I couldn't find any other physical activity that altered growth hormone to this degree. This promotes longevity, injury healing, and fat loss while helping to maintain muscle mass in the process. In a meta-analysis of other studies, sprint interval training was found to reduce body fat percentage 40% more than high-intensity interval training, which is itself known for its incredible fat loss potential. The same meta-analysis also found that compared to traditional long-distance cardio, sprinting decreased body fat 92% more. And on top of this, the sprint training took far less time to complete than either the high-intensity interval training or the steady-state cardio, making it possibly the best minimalist fat loss and body recomposition tool available. Another obvious benefit of sprinting is increased explosiveness and high-intensity endurance, which translates very well to most other forms of athletics and is more likely to be needed in most life-threatening situations than longer and slower-paced endurance. And finally, sprinting increases the strength and efficiency of the spinal engine, a complex system of kinetic energy transfer between the lower body and the spine, which takes part in all other forms of athletic power generation, including upper body movements like throwing and punching, making sprinting ideal for any athlete whose sport requires power generation. If you're new to sprinting, here are a few basic form cues to help you get started. First, be sure to push hard off the ground, with many people finding it useful to imagine that they're pushing the ground back like a cartoon character, as opposed to pushing yourself forward. This strongly activates the posterior chain muscles, which are the main drivers of running speed. Next, be sure to run tall and bring the knees up high off the ground, ideally somewhere at or just beneath parallel with the ground. This allows room for the maximum firing of the posterior chain and maximum extension of the hips. And lastly, stay relaxed. It seems counterintuitive when performing an all-out activity such as sprinting, but efforting at 100% often creates too much tension in the body and stifles speed. I've seen most athletes actually speed up when told to run at 90% effort because it loosens them up just enough to let the body flow with the necessary movements. The most common way to set up a sprint workout is sprint interval training. This can be done a number of ways, but is usually set up as a series of 20 or 30-second sprints with 4 to 5 minute breaks in between each. A common workout would be to start with a 5 to 10 minute jog in order to warm up, then some light stretching or mobility work, followed by 4 20-second sprints with a 4-minute rest in between each, and some light stretching in order to cool down. As you get more used to the training, you can add sprints and begin to increase or vary sprint distances. You can also use variations of sprints to add difficulty and to change the nature of the training. A great example is hill sprints, which are great for building strength in the legs as well as improving sprint technique by increasing the need for knee drive. Sand sprinting is another great option if you have a beach or long sand pit available. Sprinting in sand activates a number of smaller stabilizer muscles in the foot and the lower leg, making it a great way to injury-proof the ankles and knees. Though it can be shocking to the body at first, so start slow, especially if you have ever had a foot, ankle, or knee injury already. Sand running also dampens the impact of the feet on the ground, effectively turning off the elastic rebound used to drive the spinal engine of running. This means the core, and especially the obliques, will have to work overtime in order to continuously rotate the spine, making sand running a great way to strengthen and tone the core. An absolute must if you want Instagram-ready beach pics, or if you ever find yourself scheduled to fight Mr. T for the heavyweight title. Well, that's it for today. Thanks for watching. If you enjoyed the content, be sure to subscribe and hit the notification bell for further videos. And until next time, keep moving, my friends.